Welcome back to Prepisodes, guys. We are on episode 15. We're on our way to the gym right now. I've got Daniel and Russell and Corey in the back, if you can see him. And we're going to do something a little bit different this week for the workout portion. We're going to do a true follow-along workout. So we will see you when we get to the gym. Alright guys, so we just did our warm-up upstairs. This is kind of like warm-up part 2. It's more just activation, so I'm doing lightweight leg extensions, 20 reps, superset with band and lateral walks. So let's go do that. Time to squat. That last one though.
You do talking portion?
Yeah. So I didn't have a weight goal today. I just had a rep goal, which was reps for 3. Started with 185. It felt okay, so I went up to 205, which I did. And I have 4 sets, so I'll do as many as I can at 205, and then go back down to 185. Alright, so squat recap. I ended up going with 205 for all 4 sets, which I got. The last rep on the last set is a little bit above depth, but I'm going to count it. So we're going into higher volume front squats, 4 sets of 8 to 12. Okay, so we're on our last leg workout. We're going to be doing walking lunges. We're supersetting that with some stiff leg deadlifts. Doing 6 sets, 12 reps of each movement. We are on our very last exercise for the workout. We're doing calves, so I'm keeping it nice and straightforward. We're just doing calf raise, 6 sets, 12 with a slow tempo at 90 pounds.
Hey guys,
welcome to the chat portion of Prepisode 15. We're talking about maintaining your muscle mass while on prep. It's good to know what's actually happening in our body physiologically when we are dieting in terms of your muscle mass. So when you start consuming less calories and you get into a deficit, you are now having a lack of energy in your body. And your body wants to make up for that. So it's going to go through a process called gluconeogenesis. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but that's okay. And basically what that process is your body will take energy from the fats in our adipose tissue and proteins from our muscle tissue. And so when we're losing weight, we want to make sure that we are limiting the amount of energy it's getting from our muscle tissues, and we want it to take from our fat tissues. However, the bad news is we don't get to dictate where it comes from, really. If we did, that would be awesome. But as natural athletes, it doesn't really work that way. So there's a couple things you can do to try and maintain your muscle mass as much as possible. And the first one, and probably the most important one, is the rate of which you're losing weight. So some people will say up to 2 pounds. Personally, I would say 1.5 pounds per week is what you should be aiming for. Anything above that 1.5 to 2 pounds a week is a little bit too rapid, and you will be losing a lot of your muscle mass along with that. So when you keep your weight loss at a slow and steady pace, you are going to be able to spare a lot of that muscle tissue that you work so hard for in the off season. So for someone in prep, that's going to dictate how long you're going to be prepping for. A lot of people by default, they'll do an 8 to 12 week prep, but if you have more than 16 pounds to lose, that's really not feasible if you're going to do it at a proper rate. So you need to look at how much weight you need to lose and give yourself an adequate amount of time. For myself, my first prep, I kind of did that crash diet where I did 12 weeks, even though I had 20 plus pounds to lose. And yes, I lost fat, yes, I lost weight, but I lost a lot of my muscle. So this time around, I took 18 weeks, and I've had a much slower and steadier rate of weight loss, and I've managed to keep a lot more of my muscle mass this time around. Number 2 is making sure that you're getting an adequate supply of protein throughout your day. So trying to break up your protein evenly throughout your eating period. When we do that, we're making sure that our body has an adequate supply of protein, so it's not going to turn to your muscles to find that energy. And the third tip, it's not so much a dieting tip, but it's actually when you're in the gym, you should still be pushing yourself with weights. I know it's kind of like, I don't want to say myth, that's not the right word. It's kind of like a misplaced guidance that you should go lightweight, high rep on prep. And you do have to play with different rep ranges, you do, that's important. But it's also important to still lift heavy and still be pushing those muscles. Something that I've done, yes, my strength has gone down, but I've still been trying to get a near maxed out every now and then, making sure that I'm still trying to build up my muscles. And I've found that that's really helped maintain their fullness, maintain their strength, and then that makes the hypertrophy work a little bit easier as well. So those are my 3 tips. I know that was very, very broad and overview, but I wanted to keep this one short and give you a place to start. So those are 3 things that you can start with in terms of planning your prep, and you can research them further, apply some critical thinking, and go from there. So I hope those were helpful, and what I'm going to leave you with is my physique update from this morning. So we're 3 weeks out. I hope you enjoy. And before we do that, guys, as always, if you liked the video, if you've liked the series, give it a thumbs up, comment, let us know what you're thinking about it, and if you don't want to miss an episode, subscribe. So I'm going to leave you with my physique update, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.